I hope you are having a good day today. We are going to talk all things budgeting, finance, and money today. So, hi, I'm Bethany. Welcome if you are new here. So glad to have you here. If you have checked in with some of my videos before, welcome back. I'm just thrilled that you've chosen to spend a few minutes with me. So, I will jump right in. When I suddenly found myself without any financial security or stability, and suddenly I was solo and responsible for all things financial, it was daunting to say the least. I had just started my own Roth IRA account maybe 2 years prior to this happening. And I believe I had just opened up my IRA account, which is for self-employed individuals. That's what I am. Maybe a month, 2 months before my world completely turned upside down. And I did not have a taxable brokerage account at that time at all. And so I just thought it might be helpful to share some of the things that I've been doing to secure my future financially, because that's really, really important. And we need to spend some time thinking about that and planning for it, preparing for it, and ultimately executing it, putting the plan in place. Now, I would love to say that I've got this great system, my budget is down pat, and my savings rate is fantastic, and I'm like, automatic, like clockwork with my investments and things, but I would be lying. That is not true. Like I said, I'm self-employed. When I don't work, I don't get paid. So if I'm sick or my kiddo is sick, I don't get paid. I mean, sometimes maybe I can salvage a session or two virtually, and so maybe earn a little bit of income. But in general, when I don't work, I don't get a paycheck. And I love the flexibility, and that could be a whole other video in itself. And I love the work that I do, but it doesn't necessarily come with the greatest financial security. And that's scary. It didn't matter much when I only worked part-time and that money was extra. It matters quite a lot now because it's the only money that we have. And so for me, I have all of my accounts in Fidelity, and I know that there are the big three: Fidelity, I can never say that right, Charles Schwab, that sounds funny, and Vanguard. And I just prefer Fidelity. I like their interface better. I don't know, I like how things are set up there, so I stick with that. Last year, I did dabble with opening an account with Robinhood after hearing so many things about it from different people on YouTube that I admire and respect in the financial world. And I didn't love it. There was nothing wrong with it, but it just felt like every time I opened it up, there were things I had to get off my screen, like they were trying to sell me something or get me to enroll in something else or this or that. And I don't have time for that. I didn't want to bog through all of that. And so once I hit that year mark of holding my investments, and it was going to be taxed favorably as long-term capital gains rather than short-term capital gains, and the market was thankfully doing a lot better earlier this year, I sold out of all of my positions there, which really wasn't very much, maybe $600-ish, and ended up putting that money towards, life, because it's been a slow few months in this land of self-employment. I'm feeling it for sure. So if you're also in a similar situation, I know what it feels like, and it's hard. Yeah, it is hard, but we're gonna get through. We're gonna get through. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of my ideas and some of my plans for the future. And I would love to hear from you. What are some of your ideas and plans for your retirement? What do you want it to look like? What kinds of things have you set up for yourself? Or maybe you're in the situation where you've just begun to think about it and you don't really know how to go about setting it up. I would really encourage you, just spend some time pouring through different videos on YouTube. Find a couple of people that you really can relate to, or maybe you like the way that they present information and they feel trustworthy to you. And see what they have to say about different things, different retirement accounts or tax treatments, or the ACA and getting your own insurance, because that's something that I've had to learn how to do as well. That can be for another video. I will link, or maybe not link, but I will mention a few of the people that I have grown to really admire and trust, and maybe they will be a good fit for you as well. And so back to the retirement part, or was I talking about a budget? I don't recall. I'm trying so hard to create a budget, and with unstable income and unpredictable income, it has not been easy. It's been a real challenge. I'm not giving up. It's still important, critically important. And it's hard. So for me, I think having the Roth IRA account is really important for so many reasons, but obviously because of its tax preferred, sorry, I have this itch over here. It's driving me crazy. Because of its tax treatment, it's after-tax dollars that get invested, and everything that you pull out of there is completely tax-free forever and ever. This is wonderful news. And the other account that I wish I'd heard of so many years ago, but I hadn't, is the taxable brokerage account. That's actually the account that I'm trying to build the most, because that's going to give me the most amount of flexibility to use as I have these income fluctuations until I reach age 59 and a half and can withdraw some of my retirement account funds. And so I need to make sure that I have protection for me, for my future. And that really comes down to planning for it. And you know, it's, I keep looking down too. Why do I keep looking down? This video is not coming out very easily today, but I'm going to keep going. So anyway, I hope this encourages you to begin to think about your own future. If you are a solo mom like me and maybe wondering what's going to happen to you, or if you're going to have to work till you're really old and gray and don't really want to work anymore, this is such an important thing to think about and to begin planning for, because time is really the biggest asset that we have. I don't have thousands of dollars a month that I can be pouring into retirement accounts. Some months I feel like I'm lucky if I can scrape $100 together at the end of the month after all the bills have been paid. And that's kind of hard to say out loud. I don't like saying that out loud, but that's where we're at, and that's not where we're going to stay, but that's where we're at right now. And recovering from the shock of suddenly being financially responsible all on your own, that takes some time. We're still in that process, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I know I say that a lot, but I really, truly, genuinely believe it. So if you are worried about things being okay, I hope you hear this and hear it loud and clear. You're going to be okay. But we have to look at what's going on. We have to look at the reality of where we're at and begin to make a plan. And over time, those small amounts of money that you contribute to your accounts, well, they really do begin to add up. And then that compound interest takes over, and then that multiplies things. And that's a beautiful thing. So if there's any interest in actually breaking down some of the specifics of my retirement accounts and my taxable brokerage account and what funds I invest in, let me know. I'd be happy to make a future video about that or talk about that in some discussion, because I am always interested in hearing what other people are investing in. I'll tell you, it's boring. I don't invest in anything wild or crazy. I don't do schemes and hope for, huge returns overnight, nothing like that. Slow and steady wins the race. The market always goes up eventually, and that's kind of what I stick to. And so I stick with very boring but predictable and reliable ETFs and mutual funds and things like that in my portfolio. And so if you don't have a Roth IRA, or you don't have a different retirement account, or even a taxable brokerage account, look into those things and see if those would be helpful for you and for your future. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm not a tax pro. I'm not a financial advisor, none of those things. But I've spent a lot of time and energy poring over these subjects, and I've learned a thing or two, and I've made more than my fair share of mistakes for sure. Maybe I'll go over a video with all my mistakes. That'd probably be a long one. And but really, I hope you're encouraged. Like I always say, I want our community to be a place where we show up and we feel supported and encouraged by one another, and we feel inspired by one another. You are not alone. You're not alone, and you can do this. And so future you needs you to start planning for this. So with that, I'm going to end here, and we'll chat soon. Bye. I wonder if you can hear my cat snoring back there. Oh, good old boy.